Tashi Delay and hello. As some of you may know, the agency that I worked for recently had to shut down a few of its programs and lay off a handful of staff, and I was one of those staff members that got let go and laid off. The good news is this has given me some free time to pursue a hobby, starting up a YouTube channel. I have wanted to do a YouTube channel where each week I do something new, something that I've never done before, and then document it. My undergrad in college was film and theater, and I have done almost nothing with my film and theater degree. And so, what better chance than now, and what better way than to do what pretty much everybody else in this world is doing of a YouTube channel. So I am going to be doing a new thing each week. This week's new thing is the YouTube channel. Obligatory, make sure you like and subscribe and ring the notification bell, and more importantly than all of that, though the first things are very important, I would like you to leave a comment in the section below, letting me know what new things you think I should try out. The only rules that I have: I won't do anything illegal, anything unethical, or anything immoral. But beyond that, the world is your oyster and my oyster. Make any suggestions you want. I won't do everything because hopefully there are enough suggestions that I just won't have time to get to everything. But I feel this is a good way for me to start building a bucket list and then start crossing things off of my bucket list. And I think it would be really fun if you had a chance to put stuff on my bucket list and help me cross it off. So that is that. With this week being the new big scary thing of starting a YouTube channel, I do want to say I spent a lot of time thinking really hard. Like, in my head, I thought, oh, this will be so simple. Just sit down in front of a camera and start talking. And then every time I would think about doing it, I would get really, really nervous about the actual act of posting it. So this right now is the easy part of sitting down and talking, and the real leap of faith will be when I actually post this to the internet and post it to YouTube. As you can see, I am coming to you from one of the dirtiest places in my house. This is the garage. I also am going to be using this. I figure if I'm going to be doing something scary every week, one of the scariest things I can do is show you how cluttered and messy certain areas of our home are. My wife, lovely wife Josie, does a great job of keeping the interior of the house clean, but the workshop and garage are essentially my areas, and I do not do a good job of keeping them clean. So by showing them off, this will be my motivation to get them clean. But now, so I spent a lot of time thinking about why the heck am I so nervous about posting this online. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of people that post a lot of stuff on YouTube, and a lot of those people, have stuff to say, but I don't necessarily find them interesting. I don't necessarily find them fun. And I think for me, the biggest is fear of rejection. I really all my life have struggled with a fear of rejection. So right now I'm going to interject and say it is clear to me, and hopefully clear to most of you, this will be part entertainment, I hope, part experiment and doing fun new things. I am sure of that. And part self-therapy. So you get to be my unwitting therapist, for lack of a better position for you. But anyway, getting back to it. So really nervous about what other people think. And I want to give a shout out to a friend of mine named Sue, who in her own words is the old bitch that I hang out with. I love you, Sue. I was talking with Sue yesterday, and she did a really good job of motivating me to kind of say, who cares? Just do it. And so the more I thought about that, and the more I thought about why do I care about what other people think if it's holding me back from doing fun stuff, I still, like right now, even as I'm talking, my mind, the background in my mind is screaming, people don't want to hear this, people don't care. And at the same time, I also kind of am thinking, everybody goes through this. Everybody has self doubt. Everybody has moments in their life where they really think, who the heck am I to do anything in this world? I mean, I am one of how many 8 billion plus people out there. Why should anyone care about me? But having said, why should anyone care about me? Why should I care what anybody else? Why should any of us care about what other people think of us? And there is some merit to being kind of the herd mentality, human beings as a herd. We need each other to survive. We need society. Without my friends and family and everybody else, I would not be able to survive. And so I need to care what other people think, but there are some little things like, if I'm entertaining, should I care if other people find me entertaining? If I'm attractive, if I have big lines under my eyes every time I talk like that, should I care if other people find me attractive? No. I've got a beautiful wife who I find very attractive, and I'm sorry, ladies, not looking for anybody, especially since this is mostly going to my friends and family. Um, I I really shouldn't care if other people find me attractive, but at the same time, I find myself constantly wondering if I look good enough, or if I keep my house clean enough, or if I am doing things right. I can tell you already, I totally screwed up in not even mentioning the name that I've decided to give this. I decided to call this One Thing New, GNU, thus the cute little new back there, because each week I'm going to try one thing new, and I think news are cute. So it's a pun. Anyway, yeah, so shout out to Sue, who really is somebody who thrives on saying what she thinks, doing what she wants to do, being open and expressive about both her positive qualities and the things that she views as not quality. And she has every reason in the world to absolutely hate me. The backstory with Sue and I met Sue because she is a neighbor of one of the programs that I used to work at, who was very concerned, and rightfully so, very concerned about some of the stuff that would come with the program moving into the neighborhood, and or expanding in the neighborhood. And so I met with her and kind of forced myself upon taking her out for coffee and talking with her, just to get to know what her concerns were, in a way of trying to help alleviate those concerns and make sure that the bad stuff she was worried about didn't happen. And so she has every right to hate me. Um, Especially since a lot of the concerns that she had, I wasn't able to prevent the stuff that she was worried about happening. Life is life, and it's not always beautiful. But still, to this day, she's willing to sit down with me and talk with me and tell me what she thinks and tell me what she believes. And we have great discussions. Yesterday, we talked about politics, we talked about religion, we talked about race, we talked about, I forget what else, but I had so much fun, and it really motivated me to rethink my beliefs of, we should all be proud of who we are. One of the comments I made to Sue yesterday, and seems apropos now, is, if we are proud of who we are, we should put our name on it. If we're not proud of who we are, then we probably shouldn't do the things that make us not proud. And that's much easier said than done. There are lots of things. The sins of the father are visited on the children. Paraphrase there, not a direct quote. Because part of the reason that I'm so afraid of what other people think about me is because of the way that I was raised, of being raised to be very conscious of kind of the image that is projected and making sure that I work hard so that other people know that I'm working hard. And I don't fault my parents or grandparents for that upbringing. I think it was a wonderful upbringing. And they brought me up that way because that's the way they were brought up. And they were brought up that way because that's the way my grandparents were brought up. And so each of us as individuals are a product of our upbringing, but our upbringing is a product of the upbringing before it. In a way really ties into the generational trauma and generational kind of, I don't know, loss for words. And so I have decided I'm just going to be okay with being okay and not being spectacular, not being great, not being wonderful, because all of us are, most of us, you know, I'm gonna keep my. I will admit I have some hesitations in loving all people, and that is one of my flaws and one of the things that I want to work on. But I will do my best to try to see every human being as a lovable human being, and I hope that all of us can just do our best to do our best and be okay with being okay. Um, I don't know that I have anything else to say right now, other than I think I've worked through my trauma of putting myself out there and just being okay with who I am right now. As soon as I hit stop on this recording, I am going to quickly figure out how to upload it to YouTube. And then I promise someday I'm going to figure out how to edit YouTube, and I'm going to stop looking at my image. I'm going to try to look at the camera more than my image. So I'm going to get better at this. But like, subscribe, leave a note in the comments of what you want me to try next. And also, as a little cute, you can go down into the settings of your YouTube and click double speed, and then I'll talk really, really fast, but you'll get through this video in a portion of the time, roughly half the time if you put it at double speed. So like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. You can email me if you want at the number one.thing.gnu, one.thing.new at gmail.com. And insert catchphrase here. All right.